Okay, so how do you think that went?
Alright.
Hey guys, welcome to another video and another mock test. And like always, before we get started with the mock test, any of you who are learning to drive and want to save time and money on driving lessons, please check out this video on the ultimate driving course.
Hooray! So this course really filled my knowledge gaps and I became more confident.
After watching some of the videos on the course, I felt really comfortable with the extra knowledge.
Before I passed my driving test, I was really nervous. It really helped me have more confidence, and I would take what I learned during the course into my lessons and really aid that.
The videos obviously help you because you're going into that lesson knowing exactly what you're going to do, and just having that knowledge just makes that lesson faster and you feel a lot better.
38 easy to understand, precise videos covering every single topic required to pass the driving test. These are not just theory based, they are practical videos demonstrating everything from moving off and stopping a vehicle to all of the maneuvers and every other module required. So if you're lacking knowledge, or maybe your instructor has forgotten to cover something, or you're just not grasping a certain topic, then this course has it covered. You can watch the videos before your driving lessons, which means you'll get into the car knowing exactly what to do. This will definitely save you time on your lessons.
Okay guys, so today's learner driver is Joe, and for those of you who don't know, the learners that turn up here, they haven't had any driving lessons with me. It's the first time I'm meeting Joe, so he hasn't driven this car. I don't think he's from this area, so he might not be familiar with this area either. They just turn up so I can assess their driving and tell them of their faults so they can find out if they're ready for their driving test or not. Yeah. So Joe, could you tell us a little bit about your driving, please?
So originally I started back in towards the end of 2020, and then obviously lockdown happened again, so I had a little bit of a break then.
Yeah.
Picked them back up in February. I've had about 15 hours total.
Okay. Since Feb.
Yeah, that's about it.
And how do you feel with your driving? Do you feel confident? Do you think there's any weak areas?
Weak areas I'd say is like roundabouts and some manoeuvres. So that's about it. That's all I know of.
Okay, roundabouts and manoeuvres. Yeah. Okay, so you said you got your test booked for about a month's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you also told me when we just met earlier, yeah, that you've been riding a bike as well.
Yeah.
Good. So what I normally find is anyone who's been normally riding a bike is quite good with the observations, especially when changing lanes and all that. Yeah. So
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, obviously the riding a bike would have helped you a bit as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're obviously taking lessons with the driving instructor at the moment.
Yep.
Okay. Do you do any private practice as well, or?
I've had a little bit with my own car, but not like often, like not lately.
Okay,
it's just been normal lessons.
Cool. So you know how these mock tests work, yeah? You've watched the videos, yeah? Any faults you make, I won't talk about during the mock test. We'll talk about it at the end. Yeah. Any serious faults? What text do they be in?
Red.
And any normal driving faults?
Yellow.
And how many serious faults are you allowed on the actual driving test?
None.
None. So if you get one, it'd be a fail, yeah.
Fair, yeah.
Okay. Any good points will be talked about in green texture?
Yep.
Okay. Any questions before we start?
Nope.
Have you covered the show me tell me questions with your instructor? Yeah?
Some of them.
Okay. Would you like me to cover that in the test or not?
Yeah, I can go for it.
Okay. So the tell me question the examiner will ask you at the start. Yeah. Okay. They could ask you to open the bonnet as well. Yeah. Right. So could you tell me how you would check your headlights and taillights are working?
Headlights and taillights. Okay, so from inside the car.
Yeah. So okay. Just tell me.
You would. So say you got a car in front of you and a car behind you. For your taillights, you'd be able to do that. Press on the brake and it'll show up on the roof of the car. You'll be able to see it in the reflection. Or if you switch them on, you'll be able to see them in the roof of the car. Front ones, you'd be able to see it on the floor if it's dark enough.
Okay, so say if there's no cars around and we'd like parked up here, say if you wanted to check them now, what would you do?
Turn them on, get out of the car and just have a look.
That's it, that's the correct answer, yeah. Okay, so don't overcomplicate it, yeah. Just like, even if you don't know where they are, obviously you saw the light sign there, yeah. Just say, switch them on, yeah, using the switch, and I would walk around the car, just make sure they're working.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah, right. So, yeah, we're going to start off by following the sat nav, yeah. So whenever you're ready, Joe, if you could move off, please.
Yep.
Joel moves off with good all-round observations. This junction, he approaches at a good speed but doesn't follow the curb, so ends up wide as he enters a new road. Now we were supposed to follow the sat-nav and continue straight ahead, but as you can see, the road is closed. Notice the signs up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Right, yeah.
so what we'll do is let's turn right at the lights. Therefore, we won't be following the sat-nav anymore. When turning right at traffic lights, you should only go into the middle if there is enough space for your car to fully pass the stop line. Here there isn't enough space and Joe decides to go forward. Half of our car is over the line and blocking the crossing. Follow signs to Warsaw for me, please. Joe approaches and enters this roundabout well. Now at this point, when he reaches the second exit, he checks the mirrors well and applies the correct signal. As soon as he does that, he should start to move over to the left as it's safe to do so, but he keeps to the right and moves over quite late. This isn't a fault, but can cause problems as other drivers may assume he's exiting off in the right hand lane. Here Joe misses the sign, so I tell him which way to go. He carries out good observations before joining onto the dual carriageway. Joel stops well and doesn't block the crossing. When moving off in traffic, it's important to check both side mirrors to look out for cyclists, but Joe doesn't check the mirrors. Here Joe shows good awareness. We are following signs to Warsaw. He notices this sign, which advises to use the right-hand lane for Warsaw. Now many learners would assume that Warsaw is to the right because we are in the right-hand lane. But if you look at the roundabout sign, Warsaw is straight ahead. Joe notices this and correctly stays in his lane and exits onto the right-hand lane. And now, because he followed the signs well, we are in the correct lane for Warsaw. Coming up now is Joe's first serious driving fault. There are roadworks ahead, so the speed limit changes from 50 to 30 miles per hour. Joe sees the signs and does slow down, but as we go downhill, his speed increases to 36 miles an hour. So I had to ask him to slow down. It would have been quite harsh to fail the whole driving test just because of this one fault, but he does make a few more. He approaches this roundabout well, but rolls back slightly before entering. Again, he could have moved over to the left earlier when exiting the roundabout. This roundabout, turn right, fourth exit. As we approach this roundabout, it's clear to enter, so second gear would have been fine, but he selects first gear, which slows us down too much. People will say that I overreact, but I swear this is how my neck moves. When turning right at these lights, we have to wait for the oncoming vehicle. It seemed as if Joe had realised this a bit late, judging by his approach speed. Now Joe makes 3 serious driving faults, all quite close together. We are following signs to Dudley, which is straight ahead second exit. We don't require a signal on approach, but Joe signals right. As we enter the roundabout, there is a van behind in the right hand lane. He notices our signal and holds back, assuming we are changing lanes. At this roundabout, I asked Joe to take the second exit, which is to the left. This roundabout has 2 exits to the left. He should select the left lane on approach. Joe selects the middle lane. Now from this position, if he had continued straight ahead and taken the 3rd exit, then this wouldn't have been a driving fault. But he takes a 2nd exit using the wrong lane. Before emerging out at this crossroads, he carries out good observations. Ahead there is a lorry parked up on the left. Joe didn't realise it was parked up. He thought he was in traffic, so stops behind it. He soon realises. Now I'm going to ask Joe to do the reverse bay parking manoeuvre in this car park. He makes 2 serious driving faults. Just continue straight down here. As we enter the car park, there are giveaway markings, so Joe should look to the right before entering. He doesn't check. Stop anywhere around here now, and if you could reverse into any one of these bays, please. Before reversing, it's important to carry out all round observations. Apart from a quick glance in the centre mirror, Joe doesn't do any checks. Accuracy-wise, Joe positions well inside the bay, but wants to readjust.
Want to quickly readjust?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah. Again, he doesn't carry out proper observations before reversing. Okay, and if you could just drive out, please. So just drive straight.
Okay.
Straight on, please. At this roundabout, turn right, 3rd exit. After this roundabout, there's another one at which we're turning left, 1st exit. Right 3rd exit, then left 1st exit. These 2 roundabouts he does really well. He positions correctly and changes lanes well when exiting. Now I'm going to ask Joe the show me question. He's not familiar with this car, so it takes a bit of time to find the button, which is fine. The main thing was that he kept good control whilst looking for the button. Okay Joe, could you show me how to demist the back screen please?
This one here.
Yep. And switch it off please. Thank you. And if you could turn right please. When turning right, you should position as close as you can to the centre white line. Joe positions too far to the left. And if you could park up on the left please. Now let's find out what Joe thought about his driving. He didn't think he made so many serious faults. Thank you, and switch off the engine please. Okay, so how do you think that went?
Alright. Hope so.
Do you think there were any serious faults there?
At one point, probably. I can't remember exactly what point it was, but I know I did. Something that would have led to a serious fault.
That would have led to a serious
Towards
fault?
the start of it, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, but...
Okay. So, do you think you passed or failed?
I mean, I'm hoping passed, but my head's telling me failed.
Okay, how many faults do you think? Do you think you did that one fault when you failed?
I mean, I'm hoping it's just one serious fault.
Okay. Right, so, you know, when you start off really well, yeah, really well. I thought, yeah, we're going to have another pass here, which you know is quite rare on the channel. Yeah. And then at that road, on that old carriageway, when the speed limit went to 30 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah, and that as well.
Yeah. So I went to 30 miles an hour, and you did slow down. Yeah. You got to about 31, 32, which was okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you just increase it. There was a slight slope as well. Yeah. You increase your speed. You were at 36 miles an hour. Yeah, when I asked you, I said, look, we need to slow down.
Yeah.
You were like gonna slow down because there's a lorry in front of us slowing down, but you shouldn't let the vehicle reach 36 miles an hour. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So that was like normally it's 50 miles an hour there,
Yeah.
but you understand why that was a serious fault. Yeah. I was thinking, damn, this is gonna be harsh if this is the only serious fault he does. Yeah. I was thinking, damn, I'm gonna like that would have been really harsh to fail you just for that. Yeah, but it is a serious fault. But then after that, he did a few, one after the other. I think you ended up with around 6 afterwards.
Oh, bloody hell. Wasn't expecting that then.
Nor was I. Okay, I'll go through the serious faults, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, the rest of the stuff you can obviously watch back on the video, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, this was slightly unfortunate, yeah. So at a roundabout, we were following signs to Dudley. It was straight ahead, second exit. You approached in the left lane. Good. We got 2 lanes, yeah. You could use the left lane and you could use the right hand lane, yeah, for straight ahead. Use the left lane, brilliant. But then, as you got there, you signalled right. Yeah, we were going straight ahead. Okay. So when should you signal right? When you turn,
right,
if you're turning right, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if there was no one around, yeah, examiners can mark that as a just a normal driving fault. Yeah, it's caused no danger. But what happened? There was a van in the right hand lane. Yeah, you know, we entered the roundabout. Yeah, he was a bit behind. Yeah, but when we entered the roundabout, he was quite close by. But then when he saw that right signal, he thought you wanted to change lanes, so he slowed down a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, he stayed back on that roundabout, even though he was in the right hand lane. Then when you exited the roundabout, yeah, and cancel your signal, then he overtook. You understand how that affected another driver? Yeah. Okay. So again, like I said, because of the situation it happened in, that was a serious fault. Yeah. Okay. And after that, we had. Okay. So I said we're not gonna follow any more signs. I said, at the roundabout, turn left, second exit. Yeah?
Yeah.
And you saw the markings, yeah? The left lane was marked for, had a left arrow in there, yeah. Okay? And you went into the middle lane, okay? The middle lane was for straight ahead, yeah. Which way did I ask you to turn? I did say second exit, but which direction was that second exit to? Remember what I said?
I can't remember.
I said turn left, second exit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So which lane should you have used?
Left lane.
Yeah, you should have used the left lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you used the middle lane, which was for straight ahead. If you'd gone the wrong way, which you did at a roundabout afterwards, yeah, it's not an issue.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't have taken that exit from that lane.
Okay.
Okay. A lot of people do think, you know, when it said this happened in one of the previous videos as well, when they see a left marking on the floor, they think it's only the first exit.
Yeah.
But no, a roundabout can have more than one exit to the left, like that one did.
See, that's what I mean. I get confused at roundabouts.
Yeah, so just keep it simple, like, you know, anything, so just imagine a clock here, anything before the 12 o'clock mark is a left turn.
Okay.
Yeah, so if it's marked as left, you could have third exit to the left.
Okay.
So you use that left lane.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that, and then see, obviously there we found the weakness. Yeah. Okay, you can work on that and get your instructor to say, look, I want to go on roundabouts which have like multi-lane roundabouts which have quite a few exits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. To make sure I'm selecting the correct lane and following the signs. And then when you stopped behind the lorry, remember that lorry that was parked?
Yeah.
You stopped and you're like,
Oh yeah.
and then you're like, oh damn, I think
Because
this is
as I was turning the corner, I could see a couple cars in front of it, so I thought that was traffic. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Again, unfortunate. Yeah, the lorry was parked up though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be one for your planning.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we entered the car park. Yeah. You know, before so you turn left, yeah, and then that road that leads before the car park, yeah. There's a giveaway marking there. So before you entered, you should have checked the actual car park. You didn't look at all. You just entered it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Obviously, I looked. There was nobody coming. Yeah. So that was a serious fault for observations.
Yeah.
And then your maneuver, yeah, accuracy wise, boom. First time you done in this car, you got it in. It was really good accuracy wise.
Yeah.
But you've seen all my videos, yeah. Okay. I tell you guys, before you start reversing, where should you look?
Behind.
Everywhere, all around. Yeah, you should chase. You're in a busy car park as well. Check all around, left, right, and then your main observations. Yeah, okay, should be out the back window. This is even stated in the highway code. So looking out the back window, there was hardly any checks out the back window. But the main thing was before you started reversing, you didn't look around. You just reversed and then you started looking. I think you took a quick glance in that mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then when you readjusted, you said, "Can I sort my position out?" You didn't need to because you were perfectly in the bay. But yeah, you want to. That's not a problem. But then again, when you reversed after going forward, there was no observations, all round observations. So it was the observations that let you down on your maneuver. Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's disappointing, but obviously this isn't going to happen on your test now.
Yeah.
You've got like your driving standards quite good. Yeah, you got a monthly test. Yeah, you should have no issues passing it. Sort out these roundabouts. Yeah. Okay. Was there anything after that? Obviously, if you're reversing, no. It was good. Okay. Just a couple of tips I'm going to give you. Firstly, your mirrors. Yeah. Especially, you know, when you're moving off in traffic. Come on, you ride a bike, and sometimes when you're on a bike, there's a queue of traffic. Yeah, there's enough space, you can safely get past, can't you? Yeah. Okay. So when you're moving off in traffic, when you're in a car, you should be checking both side mirrors. You're missing those mirrors quite a lot when you're moving off in traffic. Yeah. Okay. Before you're signaling, you're doing the mirrors then. Yeah. But try and make your mirrors a bit more obvious. Sometimes you have a quick glance and you just move your eyes. And the other one, you know, when you're turning right at roundabouts. Yeah. The last roundabout you did brilliant. You know, when you turn right at the last one. Yeah. You know, so we were taking the third exit. As soon as you got to the second one, you were checking your mirrors, and then you checked them again, then you checked them again as you were moving over. Most of the other roundabouts, it was just a quick glance, yeah. And then you used to take that glance. You're taking that glance, and you're not moving over straight away. Then you're keeping to the inside, and then you're moving over a little bit late, and that'll give the chance to other vehicles to overtake. So as soon as, say if you're taking third exit, as soon as you get to the second one, Mirrors, signal. Check your mirrors again. If it's safe, start to move over. Otherwise, people are going to think you want to exit off in the other lane.
Yeah.
Okay. And that'll put you in a position where you can't get back over. So just go the wrong way if you are in that position, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
Okay. You get that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. The other folks just watching back on the video. Yeah. Any questions?
No.
Yeah. To be honest, when I started, I wasn't expecting this much. I thought he's doing really well. Yeah. He's doing really well. But again, look at the right side. These faults won't happen on your actual test now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Joel, thank you very much for taking part in the mock test. And guys, like always, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.